Hey guys, this is LeetCode 209, minimum size subarray sum. In this challenge, we are given an array of positive integers, nums, and a positive integer target. We are to return the minimal length of a subarray whose sum is greater than or equal to target. If there is no such subarray, return 0 instead. So let's say we had an array of 1, 4, and 4, right? And a target of 4. In this case, we'd return 1 as we only need a single 4 from our array to achieve our target of either being greater than or equal to 4, right? But let's say our given number was 5, right? So again, in this case, we then need 2, so we need 1 and 4, which would then give us an array length of 2. So this is the minimum length, as we said. It's minimum that we need at least 2. You could also say the same for this as well, for 4 and 4. But in the end, we need at least 2 of our 2 indexes from our array, or 2 integers from our array, to give us our target result, right? But if our target result was 10, well, in this case, we can only really create 9 out of this, and that wouldn't be a subarray. So in the end, this wouldn't equal our target, or at least it wouldn't be greater than or equal to our target, which means we'll return 0 as asked, as there is no subarray. So yeah. So in terms of code, what we want to do is we want to initialize some variables. We're going to use the sliding window method, which in this case will involve obviously expanding our window, iterating, and then shrinking our window, and returning our result as a result of this operation. But this will become clearer as we go through the code, right? So to begin with, let's start with our integers, right? So our variables. So now we're going to have an int called min length, an integer called min length, which will be integer underscore max sorry, this should be caps, integer max underscore value. Cool. And then we want an integer current sum, which equals 0. Oh, and the reason we're setting our minimum length to be a maximum value, the maximum value that the Java code can produce us, is because we're looking to find our minimum length. We want to start with the highest number possible and not start at 0, because when we use 0 to compare to anything, because we're going to be comparing to find our minimum length, well, 0 compared to anything is smaller, so we can't start with 0. Therefore, we start with the biggest number possible and come back down. Cool. And we'll have our left pointer, which will function as part of our sliding window, right? So, and obviously current sum will be tracking the sum of our current window, right? So the sum that creates our subarray, or that meets our target. Cool. So now we want to iterate over our numbers with a right pointer. So what we're going to do is we're going to write a for loop that will state for int that we'll call right equals 0. Yeah. We then want to make sure that right is no greater than nums.length. Right could basically be replaced with I, but it just has by using right, because of the way that we talk about sliding windows, there's a left and right pointer that adjusts the size of our window, and therefore just using right makes sense as a name. Anyway, so now we want to add the right element to our current sum, right? So as we're iterating, whatever the right element is on, we want to add it to our current sum. So we're going to do current sum, which will then add nums right to it. Cool. And so now while our, let me just add a space. So while our current sum is greater than or equal to our target, we're then going to follow with some more functions. So we'll use a while loop to say exactly that. While our current sum is greater than or equal to our target, then we're going to update. So first we'll update our min length to equal math.min min length. So we're going to be comparing our minimum length to our right pointer minus our left pointer plus 1, right? Because of indexing, plus 1. But our right minus our left, right? And that will be compared to our minimum length, which will then, based on whichever one is less, will be added to this, or will be set as this, right? So now we want to slide our window by removing our left element, right? So we're going to do current sum minus equals nums left, right? So we're taking away, so our current sum take away our left pointer index. And then we're going to increment left by 1, because what we're looking to do when we move this window across is we're looking to find our minimum length, right? So if in this case, once we've removed this, we find we actually don't need this left nums to be in our subarray, then min length will, this bit of code here will work that out for us. And then we'll set our new minimum length to whatever it is at the time, right? Great. So now that we've done that, so if the min length was updated, we want to return it, right? That's what we're going to write in code here. So we're going to return min length, and using a ternary conditional operator, right, we are going to then decide whether if a new minimum length, or if a minimum length was updated, then we're going to return it. If it wasn't, then we're going to return 0, right? So because it asks us to return 0, right? So it's going to compare integer dot max underscore value 0, that is 0, and min length. So if this is if this, as we wrote earlier, if this is exactly the same as what this was here, i.e. min length never changed, then we'll end up returning 0. If this is not the case, if this is not true, then we're going to return whatever min length is, right? And therefore, hopefully, this should give us a good result. Nice. So, good runtime. I'm pretty sure this is normally faster. I don't remember this being 12%. Oh, well, I suppose it's not changing. But anyway, I think this varies based on. There we go. See, for example, it's now 85%. How's that possible? Anyway, regardless, the main thing is runtime is what matters, right? And in this case, we are quite a fast runtime, but I think even more important than that is that the solution itself is relatively simple to understand. So yeah. Anyway, hopefully that made sense. If it didn't, please leave me a comment. Otherwise, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.